Thomas Frank actually might be an Arsenal silver member. We saw him against Bournemouth with the Arsenal Cup, parading it wide and loudly in the stadium for all to see and for none to miss. He didn't care. He knew what he was doing. So, obviously, Arsenal beat Leeds 4-0 on Saturday. We've already talked about that. And it was a nice, bounce back from the defeat against Man United. And then, obviously, we had the privilege of sitting back on Sunday and watching Super Sunday and being able to, successfully on two occasions hate watch. We saw Brentford with 10 men win 1-0 with an incredible goal from Ouattara. That was a great goal. And they deserved it, and even probably could have even scored two. I think that kind of quells the very spirited, drive that Villa have put together in terms of, pushing up the table into third position. Yeah, I think that game in particular, that quells, their efforts. And then Tottenham, out of sorts, out of form, out of direction, lacking everything that they could lack. Yeah, they went into the game against Man City, and the game pretty much went in that first half exactly probably as I expected. I hoped that, Tottenham would be able to put up a fight, but they just got punched up, beat up. Man City was able to do it in second gear. It was really a training exercise, Spurs trying to even just get a touch of the ball and Man City just popping it around them. They ended up scoring 2 goals in that first half. And it looked like Tottenham were completely dead and buried. The boos were ringing out. It was horrible. And in the second half, wow, complete 180 of a performance. Solanke was able to score 2, and Javi Simmons, who I believe was pretty average in that first half, really came to the fore in the second half and was driving up the pitch and showing his skill and contributing to the Tottenham efforts. And yeah, they did score 2. And I really can't believe it. Dominic Solanke scored 2 very different goals. The first goal, I thought, in my opinion, was probably a foul. I believe Solanke kicked through Mark Gay, but they didn't give it. Whatever, I ain't going to complain. And then the second goal was an incredible scorpion kick. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, make sure you check that out. That was an incredible goal. And they pushed to even get a third, but they wasn't able to do it. And yeah, more tears from Man City. And now that is Arsenal with a 6-point lead at the top. I think there's been talks about this match weekend being the weekend that Arsenal secured the title. I ain't going to go that far, but definitely it puts us in very good stead, especially given that Man City go to Liverpool next week on Sunday as well. So